Hello everyone, today we are going to take a look at the Xiaomi Smart Pet Fountain, and you can see I have here a non-smart pet fountain and it's already throwing the water away. So what's the idea with the pet fountain? Well, you should have cleaner water for your pet that should be available for a longer period of time and should be cleaner. So my cat that you have seen a few moments ago likes to drink lots of water, but she also takes the toys to the water place and just throws them in and then plays with the water and just put the water on the floor, and then she no longer wants to drink it because the water is dirty from the toys that she put on to the water bowl. And I thought of getting her a smart fountain, not a regular fountain that you can buy from any store, because those are kind of a dumb product, because they are simply a water pump that you fill up with water and they circulate the water and they have a small filter and they run and run and run, and when the water goes out and it evaporates or your pet will drink it, they are simply going to burn out and your house is going to catch on fire because they have no protection. So what's the idea with the Xiaomi Smart Pet Fountain? This is very smart, and besides having a pump, this pump has several sensors that are connected with special contacts throughout their layers, and it has a water level sensor, so it knows when the water level is too low. Here you can see the contacts, and you can see all of that on your smartphone, and you can also schedule your fountain. The fountain has here an indent, so the water will go out through this hole and it's going to gather here. Maybe you can see that now. And when this is overfilled, the water will go through this part and it's going to go through a filter that we are going to install from these bags here, and it's going to drop back into the bowl, and from here the water pump is going to pick it up. The water pump also has its own filter, so the water is also again filtered, so no dirt is going to go. When you first get the fountain, you are going to get an initial set of filters, so this should last for about 30 days. That's what they recommend you to change them at. And you also get the charger, which has a small DC connector, and you get some manuals that are in several languages so you can study what you need to do. Hopefully this will work with Xiaomi Smart Home, and theoretically this should be working with smart home environment so you can program it. You also have here a button for programming and resetting this if something goes wrong. So let's put it to the test.
Another one here.
Now we are going to install the filter. So this is the water filter and the motor filter. The motor filter goes there. It's a sponge that goes into the motor, just like that. So that one is installed, and here is the water filter. This has several layers of filtration and it goes in just like that, and it's now secured
Here.
Alright, so we can put this back in the correct position, and it's that way. But we also need to add water. So water can be put very easy. You have this tab here that you can pull out, and you are going to take all things and you can put water here, and you have here a level which is maximum. And another one to get at least the minimum level. And now we are going to install the top plate with the pump, and we are going to connect the power adapter, and we are going to see what happens. So I have connected the adapter, which is very smart because it has a jack underneath, so it's not on the floor. So if somehow the water goes down, the connector here is not going to stay in water. I cannot show you that right now because this is full of water, and to show you that I need to take the water out. Also, it has here a small indent where you are going to press the cable, so the cable is snugly fit and the jack is inside. Very nice design, by the way. So I'm going to turn the power on. Let's see what happens now. So it has started working, so you can see the water is going out there, and here it gathers, and from here it drops to that hole, goes through the filter. And first thing that you are going to notice is that this is completely silent. It doesn't make any kind of noise. Right, so this front button here does something, and as the manual says, this is the standard mode, which goes without stopping, and this is the smart mode, and the smart mode will work from time to time. 10 minutes it stops, 10 minutes it works, and so on. You can find that here. Right. And now we are going to add this to the Xiaomi smart home environment, and you cannot search for it, but it's in the manual add list. So it's the Mija Smart Pet Water Dispenser, so this should work. Alright, and so the device is reset, and now I need to change, actually not change, but select the wireless that I want this device to connect to. That should be okay, and now it's transferring the information from the phone for the wireless SSID and the password here, and you can see that this is blinking, so it's doing something. And then this should connect to the wireless network, and you should see this in your Mi Home app, but this is dependent on the area that you are on. So I'm going here, select living room, doesn't matter. Xiaomi Smart Pet Fountain, next. Do not share now, don't prompt anymore. So this is going to be displayed on the list of my smart home devices that are on the European server, because Xiaomi has devices on several servers such as the mainland China, Europe, and so on. So if you get something from China, it's going to work on China server. If you get something from Europe, it's going to get to work on the Europe server. That's very important in case if you want to do some automation. Otherwise, if you have a Xiaomi phone, you can use the dual apps, and you can have two Xiaomi smart home apps, one for China, one for Europe, and you can switch between them right away, and you can set the devices that you want to, and you can also get notification from both apps at once. So first, when the app starts, you get here sufficient water, because the level here is at half. You cannot see that because if I'm going to tilt that, it's going to spill off. Right, and you have stop water supply. You can control this online, and it has stopped. You can resume water supply, and you can switch from standard mode to smart mode. And here it says carbon filter pre-filter details 30 days. So you should change the filters at 30 days. You can also reset that when you change them. Right, and if you go here on the three dots, you get more things here, including a firmware update, which I'm actually going to do. Adds function of reporting and lifting the top cover, optimizing the logic control of water pump outlet. So I'm going to do that because it sounds very important, and it's probably going to take some time. As you can see here, it's advancing here in procents. And the update was successful, and now we can look here into other things. So you have installation tips, cleaning tips, the device name, manage location. You can move this if you have a multiple environment home with different rooms. You can move that. You can share the device so someone else can control it, and this is very important. You have automation, so you can use everything that you have on your Xiaomi smart home, such as movement sensors, lights, everything, door. So you can set this up very easy with logic such as create a smart scene here, and if something happens, then something else happens. So you can turn this on. If the smart sensors that detects motion detected your cat or your dog, then it turns this on. You can set that like this, or for instance, maybe when you leave your home, you can set this to automatically start when it's no longer detecting human movement and you went out the door if you have a door sensor, or your internal IP camera from Xiaomi doesn't detect anything for interval of time. You can set all of those in a chain, so if no one is at home, then start the fountain so your cat can drink water or your dog. Right, so that's how this app looks, and also here you should have options for going into the smart mode, which is very interesting because this is no longer going to run non-stop. This is going to stop and start and will work for intervals, which is very efficient as it's no longer going to consume the filter very fast, and also it's not going to make a lot of noise, and it's not going to evaporate a lot of water when it's very hot in the area that this is installed. The only major con that I find in this app, or actually it's a con that I do not find in this app, is to have a schedule. So you have the standard mode and the smart mode. The standard mode will turn this on or off in 10 minutes intervals, and it is going to work for 10 minutes. But I don't have intervals such as run this for 2 hours at night time. You don't have any option to do that. So you are just going to put this on or off, and that's it. Or you should try your luck with automation, and you can try to create a smart scene and says if timer or something like that, then turn on, and if something is or the time is, then turn off. So that's the only possibility to actually set this up to work for an interval of time. So as you can see, Bokatan here is drinking water already and likes this idea of flowing water. My cat is very special because it's a cat that likes water. It goes to the shower with me, it goes through the sink, kitchen sink, everywhere where is water, she comes there and she likes water. So this is also a toy for her, but this is going to improve her water drinking, which is very helpful for cats and for their well-being. So that was it for now. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and until my next one, see you and bye bye.